Hello boys and girls, and welcome to our final flip video for this week. We're going to get started on talking about how to do long division. A couple weeks ago we started about what long division meant, but we are going to start talking about it. So if you look right up here, right above me, there is a sentence that says, "Does McDonald's sell burgers raw?" And that goes along with what's right over here. And that helps you remember the steps in long division. The first step is divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, and then you repeat the whole process again. I need you to make sure you have these steps written down, and this would also be helpful as well. So again, those steps are divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, then you repeat the whole process all over again. So let's head over to the next slide and we'll show you what that looks like. So this weekend I went to an apple orchard like I told you guys, and here's a picture of my sister and I. I've got a pumpkin on top of my head. We'll revisit that in a later video maybe. And here's my little sister with the box of apples. And here are the apples, and I ended up getting about 127 apples is my best guess about how many. I didn't actually go through and count them, but I'm guessing I have about 127. And so I want to figure out, if I want to make 4 gallons of apple cider, how many apples can I use for each gallon? So I'll set that up here. And so we want 4 gallons of apple cider. So we'll put that outside the division symbol. And I have 127 apples, so that's my total. That goes on the inside. Along the side, I'm going to write myself my steps so I don't forget them. And again, that was divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. For this one, I want you to just follow along. There's not going to be a problem for you to do because this is our introduction, but I want you to make sure you're following along, and I'll tell you what you need to write down to bring in for tomorrow. So my first thing I need to figure out is divide. So I'm asking myself, how many times can I put 4 into 1? Now, if I'm thinking about that, I can't put 4 into 1. So I'll move over. So now I'm doing, how many times can I put 4 into 12? Now, 12 is bigger than 4, so I can do that. So let's see, if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see how many groups of 4 I can get. So here's a group of 4, here's a group of 4, and here's a group of 4. So I got 3 groups of 4. So I put that above the 2. And now I move to my next step, which is multiply. So for multiply, I do 3 times 4, and that would give me 12. And now the next step is subtract. So I'm going to subtract that. 12 minus 12 is 0. Now my next step is to bring down. When I bring it down, that brings down my 7. And my last step is to repeat that all. So now I'm going to repeat that all again. So now I'm at divide. How many times can I put 4 into 7? Well, I know I can pull it out at least one time because 4 is less than 7. Can I pull it out twice? No, I can't, because 4 times 2 is 8. So I can only pull it out one time, so I put the 1 above the 7. Then I move on to my next step, which is multiply. So 4 times 1 is 4. So 7, I got a little ahead of myself there before saying it. It's subtract is my next step, so 7 minus 4 is 3. My next step would be bring down, but I see I have no numbers left to bring down. So this repeat now becomes a remainder. So that means this is left over. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that up. So now I have 31, remainder 3. Now the really cool thing about long division is you can tell if you're right or wrong without even needing a calculator or needing an adult to check it. The way you do that is you multiply the top number by the side number, and then you're going to add the remainder. So that's what, well, I'll show you what that looks like. So the top number is 31 times 4. Now I multiply this just like normal. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Now I see 124 does not equal 127, but I still got my remainder. So I need to add that in. And so 124 plus 3 is going to give me 127. So 127 is here, and it's in here. And I've got 31 up here, which up here the answer to a division problem is called a quotient. I'll write that for you here. Quotient. And I got my 4 here, which matches with my 4 here. So that's pretty straightforward. So that brings us to the end of our video. What I want you to bring to school tomorrow is I want you to bring the 5 steps. And remember, we have 5 steps. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, and repeat. I want you to make sure you have those 5 steps. I'll even hold my hand here so you can copy those down. I want you to have what the answer to a division problem is, which is on the last slide. And I want you to write a little explanation of how you can check it. Next week on Monday, we'll get into I'll walk through another one where I'll do one and then you'll do one. But just for today, I need the 5 steps here. I need the answer, what the name of the answer in the division problem is, and I need how you check it. So that's what you need, those 3 things written down. I'll check that in the morning. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you soon.